Hi friends, let's get right to the latest developments. The newest F-35 fighter jet disappeared into the skies over the United States. Severe storms, hail, heavy rain and tornadoes hit both the United States and China. A gas explosion ripped through a house in the Moscow region, and it happened in Balashikha on Wednesday. A powerful fire is raging in Adler, which is in the Krasnodar region. A Chinese high-altitude climber walked 100 meters between mountains in just over a minute. The preparation of the lioness Lada for her future journey to the Donetsk zoo is in full swing. And, of course, let's enjoy the amazing shots of Muhlenbergia blooming. They really impress with their beauty. So, let's begin. The newest F-35 fighter jet disappeared in the skies over the United States, and it happened in mysterious circumstances. This aircraft is equipped with stealth technology, which essentially makes it invisible. According to the US media, an emergency situation occurred during the flight. The pilot managed to eject, but the plane continues to move autonomously. Its location is now unknown. The Marines were in charge of the F-35, and they appealed to local residents to report if anyone saw the moment the plane went down. In other news, there was a huge tornado in the US state of Kansas. Eyewitnesses captured this extraordinary moment near Hayes. The video shows how the vortex raises a column of earth in the air. It is also reported that on the same day unfavorable weather affected two more states, Texas and Oklahoma, where there were heavy rains, although the whirlwinds were not recorded. In Kansas, according to preliminary reports, there was no significant damage and there is no information on injuries or fatalities. However, authorities are urging residents to follow basic safety precautions. A catastrophic tornado struck the Daxing neighborhood in Beijing, bringing destruction and panic among local residents. According to reports from the scene, the elements have caused severe damage to the infrastructure of the area and caused loss of life. The amazing footage released by eyewitnesses shows a huge column of dust rising into the air and demolishing everything in its path. Wind gusts were so strong that they tore roofs off houses and caused power lines to break, which only exacerbated an already difficult situation. Many local residents were suddenly caught off guard by the storm while returning home from work. Because of the tornado, 10 people were killed and 5 others suffered various injuries. Rescuers quickly transported the victims to hospitals, and thankfully, their lives are not currently in danger. To minimize the risks, rescuers had to evacuate many residents from dangerous areas to safe places. However, despite the precautions, the tornado caused major damage to the city's infrastructure. According to the authorities, 137 residential structures were destroyed, and nearly 2,000 were damaged to varying degrees of severity. Now the Chinese authorities are assessing the scale of destruction and taking necessary measures to help the victims. Despite ongoing efforts, it is possible that the total losses may continue to increase, and this is a reminder of the importance of preparing for natural disasters and ensuring the safety of the population. A gas explosion in a 9-story apartment building in Balashikha outside Moscow killed 6 people and injured more than 10 others. Rescuers are assessing the scale of the disaster, and work to rescue the victims continues. According to information from eyewitnesses, it started with a pop, and then followed by loud screams from the lower floors, which immediately raised the alarm. It has been preliminarily determined that the cause of the explosion was a gas leak. The explosion tore off the walls of the building and destroyed the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floors, blowing out windows and damaging neighboring structures. Rescuers urgently evacuated about 170 people, sending them to temporary accommodation centers. However, during the rescue work, another terrible event occurred. 2 rescuers were fatally injured in a second collapse. At present, the Investigative Committee of Russia is conducting searches in the management and gas companies responsible for the maintenance of this apartment building. A criminal case has been opened in connection with the incident, and the investigation is continuing its work to find out all the circumstances of this tragedy. A massive fire broke out in Adler, which started at a diesel fuel warehouse and spread to an area of 100 square meters. Video footage from the scene shows thick black smoke rising high into the sky, causing concern among local residents. Happily, according to preliminary reports, no one was injured, and the airport and transportation system continued to operate normally. However, local residents are seriously alarmed, realizing the potential impact of the incident on the region's ecology. Specialists from Rospotrебnadzor said they have found no air pollution following the fire. Emergency services are working at the scene and the causes of the fire are currently being investigated. In front of us is the footage that can shake the nerves. This is the story of the Chinese tightrope walker Shi Hailin. This man recently set a new world record in high-speed rope walking on Mount Wugong. He covered the distance of 100 meters in an incredible 1 minute and 14 seconds. This achievement is so impressive that it is literally breathtaking. Shi Hailin himself does not hide his joy and pride. He describes his state as infinitely happy, which is completely understandable given the uniqueness and difficulty of his achievement. To achieve this level of mastery, Shi Hailin practiced and trained for a full 10 years. His perseverance and dedication to his goal allowed him to achieve the incredible physical and mental stamina required to accomplish such an amazing tightrope walk. This new record also brings into question the previous achievement in the sport. The previous world record holder was Frenchman Lucas Miglayer, who in 2016 covered 100 meters on a tightrope in 1 minute and 59 seconds. Shi Hailin's new record emphasizes that there is always room for new feats and better results in the world of rope walking. A lioness named Lada is being prepared for her journey to the Donetsk Zoo. Her story is a true tale of a predator's life. 8 years ago, she was born in the corpse of the circus and immediately showed excellent skills in communicating with people and obeying training. She promised to become a successful artist. However, fate had its own plans. Lada had congenital lymph node problems, and veterinarians prescribed inappropriate treatment that led to serious eye problems. At one point, it looked like she would have to go to sleep forever. But happiness smiled on Lada when the staff at K9 Nursery came to her rescue. They took the lioness in and made every effort to save her and bring her back to a healthy life. During the 4 years she spent in the kennel, Lada missed her kin very much. That's why the staff started to actively search for her company so that she wouldn't feel lonely. Soon Lada will be traveling by airplane to Rostov-on-Don, where a new home awaits her. There, perhaps, she will find new friends or, who knows, her true love for life. And finally, here are some shots from China. It may seem like a dream at first, but it's actually an incredible bloom of Muhlenbergia, a pink fluffy grass. This field, covering almost 5,000 square meters, has become a real popular attraction among tourists and locals alike. You can't miss the opportunity to see such incredible beauty. Muhlenbergia is a perennial herbaceous plant with pink flowers that can reach a height of up to 90 centimeters and a width of up to 90 centimeters. Usually Muhlenbergia blooms from September to November, and its colors bring joy to everyone around. Friends, This is our subjective opinion, but regardless of how politicians behave, what goals they pursue, we all have to remain human beings. We want to express our support for ordinary people, regardless of their country of origin. They are farmers, factory workers, doctors, teachers, lifeguards, and all laborers who may have a different mentality and habits. We wish them to recover, and continue with their lives, keeping their will, courage, wisdom, and remaining grateful. Friends, how about you? Do you empathize with citizens of other countries? And if not, why not? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. May you always have peace and goodness, and take care of yourselves and your families.